if you sort of see this game as a test of the offense to kind of show how far you guys have come over the last 6-7 weeks, going back to Wisconsin, Cincinnati, and just sort of like what you feel like that your group can prove in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a test at all. I would just call it doing what we know we can do, doing what we've been doing all season long. More importantly, kind of second half of the season. I think it's just kind of coming out and showing that the second half of the season is what we can do all the time. That's kind of what this game's about. It's also about sending the seniors out on the right way. Yeah, we had a good practice last night, and we're feeling good.
Hey, Michael, Tommy was talking about earlier how Oklahoma State like to double Charlie Kohler, the tight end at Iowa State, in big situations, and I think it's probably predicting that may happen against you. I'm curious, what's your mindset when you're facing double teams? How do you process that? How do you beat double teams, or do you just sort of embrace that the defense is making itself vulnerable in other places, so the other guys can sort of step up?
Yeah, I think going into the game, I think my mindset never changes. Even if I know they're going to double team me, I'm always still going to try to get open. I think Jack's still kind of trying to always find me with the ball. But if they're going to double team me, that's one less person that's going to be, on somebody else. So if it opens some other people up, then that's perfect. I mean, it's all about winning at this point. One more game left of the season. So if they want to double me, that's fine. I'll still try to get open. I'll still try to get the ball, but it'll open some other people up too.
Thank you very much for taking time this morning, first of all. Appreciate it. Given the fact that COVID has really kicked back up and is wreaking some havoc on some other bowl games and even other programs, sports programs at schools, will you be particularly grateful for the opportunity Saturday to get this game in and sort of get to the finish line of this season?
I'll be very grateful, yes. Some people's seasons got cut short because of COVID. We're very blessed to be here. I'm very grateful to be here. And, I won't take it for granted. I don't think this team will take it for granted.
I think the first time you met Marcus Freeman may have been like at a high school awards banquet back in sort of the Cincinnati area. I was interested to sort of go back to that, your first impressions of him, why you sort of connected with him, even if at that point you were not going to play for him, and just sort of like why his personality is fitting of a head coach, even as a first-time head coach.
Yep. So my senior year of high school, I went to a banquet called That's My Boy Award. It's kind of best football player in the Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. And Coach Freeman was like the guest speaker for that night. And he went up there and he gave like a great speech for like 20 minutes. And I was like, where does this guy coach? This guy's awesome. And shook his hand and stuff after I won the award and all that. And then kind of first when he got here and before he was up to South Bend, I sent him a text and congratulated him for getting the DC job and stuff like that. And I was like, at the end, I was like, do you remember kind of giving that speech at that banquet? He was like, of course I remember. And then he got up here and we talked about it even more. So I think that was kind of like a good relationship started for us. And ever since he's been up here, our relationship's kind of been building ever since. And I think it's just going to keep building.
Well, could you describe your relationship with Jack Cohn personally and then on the field in game action and what influence he has had on the offense this year?
Personally, me and Jack are, really good friends. Ever since he kind of got here, I kind of not took him under my wing, but kind of showed him around South Bend a little bit. We tossed all the time. So obviously that kind of built our relationship, is just going out and running routes and tossing to each other. And, he's been nothing but a great addition to this team, his leadership. He's kind of taken on his role to this team for his leadership and kind of when he's out there, not panicking and kind of just playing to the way he knows he can play. And that's something that this team likes to see out of our quarterback. So it's good to see him. He's been a great addition to our team and he's done nothing but been a great leader.